Oh, and we're live. There we go. We are live, live, live. Today, episode 9 of Flying Ties with Jody, the Superfly. Yes, 7 p.m. Owen! Hey, buddy. We are going to take down that and we will the camera. How's it going, brother? The Mrs. Superfly is we had a late dinner, so she's just finishing up some dishes. She will be with us shortly. Berg in the house. Dominic's in the house. Owen's in the house. How's it going, guys? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I know I've been having a good weekend. I did an interview yesterday on Fishy Things channel, chumming it up with Fishy Things, so that was pretty cool. Had fun doing that. And on the weekend, I brought home I can hopefully go riding. And yeah, other than that, you guys know I'm tying flies all the time, and that's pretty much it. I've been tying up a lot of these little flies here. They're small, and a lot of the fish eat them. And I think I tied them up last week. This is the one I tied up for Rue. She wanted to see it in pink with the blue and the blue legs. So this is the Rue pattern. So yeah. So tonight, I think I'm going to be tying random things because I want to tie some things for tomorrow's trip. So one of the things I wanted to tie was a little moth pattern. I don't know how complicated or how simple it's going to be because I'm kind of going to be making it up and kind of not making it up. So I'm going to try it, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to take this out of the vise. And we're going to get a straight hook, but not just any straight hook. We want it to be... So this is going to be a tiny, tiny moth. It's not going to be like a large moth. It's going to be a little tiny moth. On these hooks here, if I can get the hooks of the... I'm not going to fight with that, actually. I'm going to... Today, this got hooked into the other one. So we're going to start with this hook. And I'm going to tie it on. This hook is a size 4 straight hook. Now, I've been collecting hooks for a long time, and I really hate that hooks come pre-bent with the... Get these, snap them, but gently bend that hook back to shape, and if you just apply a nice, gentle, slow pressure with a flat pliers, you can do that. The way I want my hook when I tie flies, whether they're egg hooks or straight hooks, I always want that eye to be straight out. I just hate that I have some hooks now. Hooks are expensive, and sometimes you don't have a choice. And if I ever take a hook and straighten it, and I should happen to snap off the eye. I will just take a piece of Christmas ornament and then a wire, and I will just make a new eye and then carry on from there. I'll just tie it onto the hook and carry on, Canada. So that's a little tidbit for you guys. So did any of you guys get out fishing this weekend? And did you catch anything worth telling us about? Beautiful. All right, so I attached my thread under the eye, and I laid down a nice bed of thread from the eye down to the bend, and then back up. And I'm gonna make this moth fuzzy. So sometimes I make the body. Oh, you were too busy to get out? Yeah, life is like that, eh? It gets in the way sometimes. But I hear you, Dominic. Well, I hope you get out soon. I hope all of you guys get out soon. Like I said, tomorrow, weather permitting, I'm going to get out with the beautiful Mrs. Superfly and the mother of the Superfly. Her neck is better, by the way, so that's a good. Wow, Ferg wasn't fishing. Dominic wasn't fishing. Wow. All my buddies are not fishing. Well, I hope you all go out and get some nice fishing in the next couple of days. So I got this piece of 1mm fun foam, and I've cut it to 3 times the length of the hook. And I'm going to take my rounded scissors, and I'm going to cut one end of it into a rounded point. And that is going to be the butt of our little moth. So I'm going to take my thread, and I'm going to bring it down to the back of the hook. And I'm going to hold on the foam, and I'm going to catch it on about 1 millimeter from the back, like so. And I'll do a couple of loops. But you don't want to do so many loops, and you don't want to pull so hard that you cut through your foam. So whenever you're working with foam, you want to pull it down, but you don't want to cut into it with your thread. And then I'm going to lift up the foam, move another millimeter or so, and I'm going to tie down another body segment in the abdomen, like that. And then I'm going to lift up my foam, move it up another millimeter, and tie down another body section, like that. And that's if you want to make a moth body with segments, but you don't want to cover it with fur or dubbin, then that's where you would leave it. And then you would just carry on. But I do want it to be dubbed over, so, and since this is a white moth, I'm going to grab some white wool dubbin. Cool Cat! How's it going, brother? My buddy Cool Cat. I love when you guys visit me. You guys are amazing. Hey! Papa's in the house. Papa. By the way, thank you, Papa, for that wonderful shout out to fishy things. You and G-Man got me on the fishy things, and I really appreciate you guys for that. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm just putting just a very, 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 very light little bit of dubbing. So I'm only putting a little bit at a time as I go up. And as you see, it makes this really nice furry body. And it's always better to use just a little bit at a time than use too much, because it's hard to take it off, but it's easy to put it on. There you go. And I'm going to take, I know you guys normally see me use a heavy brush. So often when I'm dubbing stuff, I really brush it out with the heavy dubbing brush. But because this is such a light fly, and I just want the fur, like a moth's fur just kind of goes in a backwards position. I just want it to be gently combed out. I don't want it to be super combed out. So for this, I'm using a piece of Velcro on a coffee stick. You know those when you go to a coffee shop, they used to give you, or sometimes they still do give you, those stir sticks to stir your coffee. That's what I'm using with a piece of Velcro on there. Hey, Monster's in the house. What's up, brother? Fat Cat. Wow. Everybody's coming out to play today. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And for anybody who recently subscribed, I appreciate that. We're up to 192 subscribers now, so that really means a lot to me. So see how we got this furry little mothy body? I'm just going to trim it round at the bottom. So that's going to be his little body. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to, from this point on, so where I left the long tag, from here to the eye of the hook, I'm going to do really tight wraps on the foam. Right up until we get to the eye of the hook. Like that. And this part we will be putting some dubbing on after, but we want to tie the legs into our fly. Now, the thing about moths is they have white legs. Some of them have black legs, some of them white legs. I'm going to do this one with white legs because I want this moth to be all white. But I don't have any white, so what I need to do is I need to take a yellow broom bristle, and I'm going to tie the legs in yellow broom bristle, and then after I'm going to paint them white with my white nail polish. Huh? I do. I did. I said hello to Monster. I said hello to Mr. Fat Cat. I said hello to all my buddies. All my good buddies.
Rob Green Fly Fishing.
Oh, Rob? How's it going? Yes. Yes. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic weekend. I know I am for sure. We had really super high winds yesterday. It was really windy. So hopefully that doesn't come up again tomorrow. So what I'm doing here is I'm tying in this.
Fat Cat Fishing said you did a great interview with Fashi.
With Fishy?
Oh, fishing. But FOSHY.
Thank you, Fat Cat. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for checking that out. I had a good time doing it, and Fat Cat, he's amazing too. But Emmy and Fishy, they are amazing, and yeah, I'm so thankful that they picked to interview me, and you guys are super cool.
Um, Rob Green Fly Fishing said
Yep.
he's been helping his neighbor and random Chinese people at Munich airport.
Oh, Rob, isn't it really late where you are, Rob? I hear you. I hear you, Rob. All right, so we tied in those legs of our mothy muff. 1 a.m.
Wow.
I'm always sleeping my butt off at that point.
Yeah.
I am not, me and the Mrs. Superfly, we are not really night owls.
No.
If the latest you'll ever catch me online is 12 o'clock.
Yeah, midnight.
At midnight, the Superfly turns into a pumpkin. But I was on Rob, Rob was fly fishing online at for us it was 4 a.m. I had got up to take a whiz, and when I came back to bed I couldn't sleep, so I'm like, I'll turn on the tablet, and I wasn't expecting to find too many live streams on, but I found my good buddy Rob Green online, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. And I watched it for about 10 minutes, and then the tablet died. And then I fell asleep. But it looked like definitely good waters you were fishing, Rob. By the way, if anybody doesn't know who Rob is, go check his channel out. He's a really, really good fly tyer. I thoroughly enjoy watching him tie flies. And fly fish at that. I'm looking for a pin. My crazy glue. Here's the thing: when you use crazy glue, it always seems to dry up at the tip, and you always got to poke it out with a pin. I know there's other glues that I've been recommended that don't do that, but I don't know. I just can't. I can't stop using the crazy glue because it just seems to work the best for me. So what I'm doing here is after I tie in the legs, I like to put some crazy glue on there because it just really helps them to be locked in, and they won't slide around on the hook, and they won't come in and out easy when they get striked by fish. So my good old trusted crazy glue. Fat Cat, I put many people to sleep on my channel. That's not true, Fat Cat. I've watched you. I didn't fall asleep. I don't know. So on this moth that I'm tying, I'm gonna put black eyes on it, and this should be a very floaty pattern because the abdomen is foam, the eyes are foam. It should be really super floaty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my black fun foam. I'm going to cut a tiny little strip of that. So to make a foam eye, you only need a really thin little piece. Let me get that off my table. My table is a disaster. It looks like a hurricane has come through here. So you just need a tiny little piece. And what I like to do is take my round Dr. Schlick scissors and just cut one end rounded. And then you want to measure how far out the other eye is going to be. And then you're going to cut that round on the other end. All right. And then we're going to push our little legs out of the way. We'll push them all backwards towards the back of the hook. And we're going to take our thread and we're just going to catch the eye very lightly in the middle. And then we'll do a couple of little small wraps. You don't want to tie it too tight. And now our eyes are in place. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take that foam and we're going to push it in the middle. And then we're going to pull it over the eyes like so. And then you're going to pull the eye forward, that foam. And once you got the eyes out, you're going to tie it down, but you're going to try not to catch the black foam. You just want to catch the white foam now. And that's going to make the head of our little moth like that. And then we can pull our legs forward again.
Fat Cat said he's been putting many people to sleep on his channel. Laugh out loud. When you fish for 8-ish to 3-ish, people get tired?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's right.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, where all the legs are, we're going to just tie our foam down over our legs. And that's just going to make sure our legs are locked into place. And then we're going to go back and grab our dubbin once again, our white wool dubbin. And then we're just going to dub in between the abdomen and the head. So this is the thorax. We're just going to dub that with our dubbin. And again, you only want to put a little. You don't want to go all crazy. You just want to enough that it shows that it's a fuzzy little moth, because those little moths are. If you picked up a moth or seen. They're very fuzzy little guys. They have very fuzzy little bodies. So you don't need very much of this. And now, thanks to my beautiful white egg today, which I had to fight her for. And because she's like, that's my garbage bags. Don't take my garbage bags. But these are going to be the wings of our little moth. So what I'm going to do, I can use this whole bag, so I can make a lot of moths, but I'm just going to take a bit from the handle section. You don't need too much. I'll just put that off to the side. And what I'm going to do is...
Honey, Dominic wants to know if that fly is going to float.
This here is, I intend it to float. It should float because it's got foam abdomen, it's got foam eyes, foam body. So this should be an extremely floaty fly. Now I'm always surprised when I do a new fly, when I plan them to float and they sink, I'm always shocked. But it does happen from time to time. But and sometimes I make sinking flies that end up floating, which also shocks me because I put lots of wire in them, like lead wire or other kinds of wires, or like coat hanger wire. Like I try to weight them, and they end up floating, and it's like, how are you floating? So it's one of those things where you have to do a lot of experimenting. But trust me, this is supposed to be. It should float. And I'm going to fish it tomorrow when I go out, so stay tuned, and we will all find out if this is a floater. Okay, so now that I've kind of like pushed all that little bag together, what we're going to do, we're going to put it onto our fly, and we're going to put it not quite at the head. So see, there's the first two pair of legs, then you got your head, then you got the second pair of legs. We're going to tie it in where the second pair of legs on this moth is. Just like that. All right. Now we're going to push it down gently with the legs. We're going to grab our foam that's sticking out the back, and then we're going to pull it forward, and we're going to pull the bag backwards, and then we're going to pull it a little bit tight, but not super tight, because the tighter you pull a foam, the less floaty it becomes. So the parts that you want to float, this is one of the parts that are going to keep this moth afloat. So when you get below the eyes and the head, you're just going to tie it in right there, like that. And now we're going to take our rounded Dr. Schlicks, and we're just going to cut that off in a nice round shape like that. And it blends in pretty good, but what I want to do is I just want to hide that little bump. So I go in between and I just tie it down a couple of wraps, and it just takes out that little bump. And now I'm going to take my two fingers. You guys have seen me do this, the half hitch, the 2-finger half hitch. You just do that. If you're going to whip finish, which I'll do, I'm doing more whip finishing these days just to show you guys. So if you have a whip finisher, you can always do the whip finish. I'm a little out of practice. Like I said, for a lot of years, I didn't even bother with a whip finisher. But I just feel that a lot of you guys would like to see the whip finish. So for those of you who want to see it, I like to teach you guys how to do it. And I have 3 whip finishers, so I might as well use them. And if you have a bodkin with a hole at the end, you can also do a finish like this. So you wrap it around twice, and then you can finish it like that. So these are all acceptable ways to tie off your flies. But the method I prefer personally is the 2-fingered half hitch. And it's mostly because for me, once you make that loop, you can put your fingers in there and you can put it anywhere on the fly you need it to be. So like if you're tying and you want to tie it down, you don't have to tie it down at the head. You could tie it down in the middle of the body or whatever. So that's why I use that technique.
R2G's here.
Who's here? R2G! Release to the grease. He's another cool brother of mine. So now I'm going to trim off the thread because all the tying parts are done. So now it looks like a mungled up mess. But we are going to fix that in a second. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. Here you go, guys. The Superfly is not perfect. I was actually not done with my thread. Silly, silly. But this is the joy of fly tying. You can just reattach your thread and carry on. So the part that I forgot to do was on the wings. What I want to do, so I'm gonna pull these legs all the way down now. And what I want to do is I want to take the bag material and I want to cinch it with my thread close to the body like this. So that's not just flailing out. And I'll explain to you in a minute why. So once I do the first side, I will take my thread and go underneath. And then I will go over to the other side and come up from underneath. And I will do the exact same thing. I will cinch it. Why are you laughing, Mrs. Superfly? You guys are making my wife laugh.
Well, because Fishing with Ferg said earlier
Yes.
that it didn't get too bad for him, but 20 miles north got hammered, flooding and slide down.
Oh, that's bad.
And I said I was sorry to hear that. And he said, I feel for them too. Flooding is just a norm for us, unfortunately.
Wow.
And then he said he flooded a car out when he was young and dumb.
Oh, Ferg. Flooding out the car. Wow. All right, guys. So now what we got here is the pinched wings like this. And the reason we did that is because when we push it back like this, we're going to come from underneath with our thread. We're going to do one wrap in the middle like this. And that's gonna hold the wings to the side like that. So now we got our two wings put to the side. And our legs are looking all messed up, but that's okay because once we straighten them back out, they will be perfectly all right. Like so. Okay, now we got way too much bag material for this little moth.
I was just going to ask you that.
Absolutely. But we did that on purpose.
Okay.
Because if you're getting to be an older fella like I am, you need something to grab onto. And sometimes our grip gets a little out of the way. So what you want to do now is you got a good grip on your thing, on your bag, and you're going to take your wing material and you're going to cut it on a downward angle towards the butt of the moth. And you're gonna pinch it and just do a nice little cut. And then that's gonna give some shape to those wings, so that those wings, you might have to just pull them out a little bit. So basically, I don't know why this wing is bigger than that wing. The bag was the same size. That's weird. Anyways, all will be corrected when you see what I do. You will understand the Superfly. So now we have our abdomen, our thorax, our eyes, our legs, our wings, and this moth is going to have a fuzzy little top. But when we put this dubbin on, we don't want it to be super heavy on there because we don't want this foam to be compressed, because we want all the little air pockets in this foam to lift this fly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up my bobbin. I'm going to add a little light crazy glue to the top, just a little bit. And when I dub over it, it's going to help to hold that dubbin down. And I'm going to need just a little bit more.
Jay Fishing and Outdoors says hello.
Hello, Jay Fishing and Outdoors. How you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Wow, you guys got nothing better to do than to watch me? I'm honored. I love you guys. I really do. Okay. So now you can see we got our nice little fluffy body. And now I can officially trim this off. Just pretend that when I trimmed it off earlier, I did that on purpose to show you guys it was just if you accidentally do something like that, you can just replace it. Yes. So now I'll trim it off. And while we're working on things, I'm going to grab my hemostats. And I'm going to, so what I'm going to do is make the little legs for our little moth. So I'm going to go out about the distance of the eyes. I'm going to do a 90-degree angle. I'm going to slide down a millimeter and do another 90-degree angle. And now we have little legs. And I'm going to repeat that on the other side. 90 degrees, go down a millimeter, 90 degrees. So now our little mothy has legs, but I don't want his little feeties to be that far. His little feet pads. So I'm going to cut those down to about a millimeter. And then you can just bend them. And the good thing about broom bristles is they have a great memory. They're soft enough that when a fish bites it, that they can bend. So they're not going to interfere with the hookup. But they're also easy to put back into position. And they just hold that shape really, really well. So technically we could take this right now as is and fish it. And I'm sure it would catch a bunch of fish. But like I said, I want the legs to be white. So hopefully my white nail polish is not completely dried out. No, it's not. Praise Jesus. And I'm going to just go over the tops of our moth. Just on the legs. Now this is where your artist skills come in. You have to be really delicate when you do this. And if you don't have these skills, you can always just bypass it. Because I'm sure that a moth without white legs will catch fish just as same as a yellow or black or whatever. And I'm not going to cover them completely up. I'm going to actually leave a bit of that yellow showing. So like here on the bottom, I'm going to leave a little bit of yellow because it kind of looks like it's a bit of a built-in patterning. So, but when you're doing that, you want to make sure that you kind of pull those legs down because you don't want your eyes to get covered in white because you want those eyes to be black. All right.
Glacier Sharpe says we fly. What does that mean?
We fly? Is that mousy?
Is that a mousy?
No, Glacier. This is a moth actually. This is a moth.
It looks like a moth or something. Yeah, it is a moth.
Yeah, it's a moth, definitely.
And Fishing Outdoors says it looks nice.
Thank you. Fishing Outdoors. All right, guys. So here's the thing. We're going to do the wings now, but I just want to show you the underneath of this fly. And the reason I want to show you the underneath is because it's when you're tying flies and you're making these flies look buggy, this is the part that the fish are going to see, the underside of a floating fly anyways. So if you're doing any kind of top water floating fly, make sure that the bottom looks as good as the top. A lot of guys focus on the top to make it look really good and accurate, but then they forget how it's supposed to look underneath, and they'll leave thread or they'll make it look, and we all know fish aren't super picky, but the more natural you can make it look, or the more buggy you can make it look on the underneath, will help to catch those fish. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this out of the vise. Yes?
You might want to address fishing with fur later, because he asks how he can learn one of your flies. It's complicated.
Fur gets complicated to buy flies for me. I have a whole video of me breaking down and crying like a baby because I couldn't send you guys flies to the States. I want to, I really do, but I don't have data. I'll just address it. I don't have data on my cell phone. And in order to send flies from Canada to the US right now, we have to download an app on our phone. We have to sign 3 declaration papers. and then we have to come home. We have to pay there, come home, and fill out a bunch of other things, and it is just way too complicated. And just to send one envelope with one fly, which used to be about $2.50, is now $20. So I know you want a special fly, but I'm, I don't know how that's gonna play out. I got some flies for like Solo and Lumi and G-Man, and unfortunately I had them all boxed up or lettered up, ready to go. And when I got to the post office, they were like, "Yeah, it's not gonna go like that." So I do apologize, Ferg. I really, really do. I love you, and you wouldn't even have to buy it. I would make you the fly you want. I know which one you want. I would make it and send you. And if the opportunity comes that I can do it, I will do it. Still looking into Purelator and some other. We have UPS and Purelator and a couple of other things I can try. And if I can, I'll send it to you, and along with the other ones. But at the moment, it's not looking good.
So,
I know it stinks, buddy. I know.
Glacier said, doesn't the fish know that the moth is covered with moth dust?
I don't think that it bothers the fish. Around here, I've watched a lot of fish eat moths, so I don't think that the dust that's on a moth, I don't think it really bothers them too much. So I would say no, but that's here in Canada, so I don't know if the fish in other parts of the world are different. Okay, so now we're to shape these wings, because these wings look like just a fluffy pom-pom now. What we're going to do is we're going to take some clear nail polish, and we're going to cover this gift bag all over on both sides. Or not gift bag, sorry, this little garbagey saran wrap baggie. What we're going to do is we're going to cover it all in. We're going to go all in, all around the outside. And then I would do this by hand, but I don't like to touch nail polish on my hands because it's the more chemicals we get on our skins, guys, is the worse. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a flat pliers and we're just going to flatten down
Fascinating.
These wings.
Wow.
All right. And then we're going to take the other side, and I am going to pinch it just gently to get it a little pinched together.
That's clever, Jody.
And then I'm going to pinch it down and flatten it down. And as you see, now it's starting to actually take the shape of a wing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to. And you're going to have, it's going to keep, as it dries, it's going to unfold a little bit as it dries. But you can just keep working it, because as it dries, it gets tacky. And as it gets tacky, it will eventually become hard, like a wing. See, so now you see the shape of the wing coming out? And in between doing that, if you have a piece of paper towel, just go in your pliers, and you can just wipe them dry of the extra nail polish, because you're going to have to keep doing that a bunch of times. And if we were making a different kind of fly,
maybe they are addicted to moth dust.
They might be addicted to it. I've never eaten a moth, but I gotta tell you, maybe it tastes good. See, guys, here's some of the other. Like, here's a different moth. Like, I made a moth, but I made it with more clearer wings. So I wanted to make one with really white wings. But all these wings that I made them in that same way. I took some clear bag material and I just formed them in the same way, and then I just colored them up with markers and nail polish.
Oh, Fishing Outdoors says that's a nice collection, honey.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm hoping to get out. This one I'm planning to fish tomorrow.
Okay.
I wanna fish with him tomorrow, and I know that we've got some rock bass in our area that will just love to eat this little guy up. But as you can see, how fluffy he is, right? Like a fluffy little moth, and then you see his little butt underneath.
Yeah.
Now you see the wings are two different sizes, right?
Yeah.
I don't want it to be that way, but I had no choice. It for some reason it didn't go evenly.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim part of one of the wings smaller. So I'm going to trim part of it off because as it dries, so now that it's getting dry, so once it gets to a certain point, you can just go in there and shape them. So I'm just going to cut it down to the size of the other side. And I'll just keep trimming away until I get it looking proper. There we go. We're getting a little more even. A little more even. And then you can round the wings off. So I like to round them off on the edge. There we go. And once I get the shape the way I want, so if I was making a different kind of wing, I would add some of this glitter. Like if I was doing like a fly wing now, I would add some of this glitter nail polish, and then I'd top it off with some of this really sparkly nail polish. So, but because I just want this to be just white, I'm just gonna put another coat of nail polish now that it's kind of hardened up.
You mean clear?
The clear nail polish.
Oh, okay.
And basically, it's just gonna hold it. I'm gonna do a couple of coats of that every time a coat dries, and after you do 3 or 4 coats of that, this is gonna be a hard wing, and it's gonna be nice and solid, and it's going to be really good. And just to add a little tiny definition to the feet, I just want to make the toe pads on the feet. I'm just going to dip them with a tiny bit of black just to add some separation and give it a little bit of buggy look.
You're getting a little out of screen, honey.
I'm getting a little out of screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to come closer to your device.
So now you see he's looking really mothy.
Glacier really likes it.
So yeah, so when I fish this tomorrow, it should be really floaty and really fish catchy. And that's the plan, guys. And thank you, Mrs. Superfly, for donating reluctantly that bag so that I could tie this. She's like, don't you have enough materials? I'm like, absolutely. I do.
Glacier really likes it on me. He said super.
There you go. So there you go, guys. If you want to fish with a little moth pattern, that's a good one right there. There's tons of ways. Like you can change up the colors if you want to make them gray, or a different kind of color. You can paint them up.
Yeah. Keep holding it down.
I keep holding it down because I'm not really looking at my screen.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the thing, so I forget that you guys need to see it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Glacier really likes it.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. Glacier and you guys. I really appreciate that that you guys appreciate it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the legs.
I'm gonna show you the one I did for fishy things. I know a lot of you watched the interview. We weren't probably able to get a really clear view of it, so we might be able to get a clearer view of it.
Glacier said if he put one of those on his shower wall, his wife would scream so loud.
Oh yeah. So this is the one I did for fishy.
That's nice. Huh?
I designed it. Let me get a little. I wonder if I put my hand in front if it looks better. The wings are really fluorescent. Like if you catch them in the right light, they're like a black bag. But I used that fluorescent on the wings, and it just made them glow almost. The lighting is not great in here in my office right now.
I don't know
Office / living room.
Maybe you could. I don't know if you want to close one side of the curtain.
I don't think it will help.
No? Okay.
No.
No worries.
So yeah, guys. So
that was nice.
Don't worry. Just because I'm showing my face doesn't mean I'm done. It's still plenty early here. But yeah, so that's the little moth. I'm really impressed with it. I'm glad it turned out that way. I hope tomorrow I catch a bunch of fish on it and show you guys the moth ability powers. I noticed we haven't seen Jared tonight. I want to do a little shout out to Jared, the vintage fly guy. Jared went out fishing and he got bit by a tick. And I think it was NIMBY who told me that tick gave him Lyme disease. Now, he was being treated for it. Hopefully they got it in time, because if you get treated in time, sometimes the symptoms are not as bad. And I pray to God for Jared's sake that he got to the hospital in time and got treated. I heard about this a week ago. It's been a week, so I hope he's okay. I haven't heard from Jared, but I wanted to shout him out, let him know that we love him. He's in our prayers, and we hope he's all right. And I made a little tick warning to show you guys, to warn you about ticks. I think it's. Watch out for ticks, guys. Watch out for ticks. They are not good for you, and they're after us all. Those darn ticks are out to get us. So don't be safe when you're out there in the tall grass and you're wandering around. When I go into tall grass, I always have my chest waders on because I am always afraid of ticks. And I try, even when I'm around the water's edge, I always try to stay where the grass is kind of manicured and stuff, because those ticks are a frightening thing. And there's different types of ticks. So there's deer ticks and Lone Star ticks, and some give you Lyme disease. Some can give you allergies to red meats and different kinds of meats. So stay safe, guys. Try and avoid the ticks, and be safe this summer when you're out doing your things. I know I'm sure as heck gonna try. And again, my heart goes out to you, Jared. Man, them ticks are a bad thing. So, all right, enough about ticks. I need to tie something, but I don't know what I'm going to tie. I tied lots of things. You guys are... Oh, I know what I can show you guys. I tied this little tiny... it's supposed to be a micro crankbait, but it's tied in foam, and it's got the crankbait lip on it, and I couldn't even begin to tell you what it's going to do. I have tied flies with Rapala lips or crankbait lips on them that swim really nice. You know, they got that really nice action. However, they're usually about this much bigger. You know, like they're about yay big. So this one is tiny. Like it's smaller than like it's about the size of the tip of my pinky finger. So this I couldn't even begin to tell you. I tied it on Thursday for the first time. Uh, I saw a picture on, I think it was Facebook or YouTube, uh, with this little tiny crankbait the size of a guy's pinky, and I'm like, hey, I wonder if I can make a little crankbait fly. So again, tomorrow is going to be a huge testing day for testing a bunch of different things, but I'm hoping this little guy catches a lot of fish. So I tied it in the fire tiger. So those are the fire tiger colors, and I also tied it in red because this was the color pattern that was in the actual image that I saw. So I tied it also in red. So again, really tiny. I'm hoping it works. Obviously, stay tuned. When I get home, you guys will know if it worked or not. Another thing I've been tying is a lot of these little guys, these little wiggly bum nymphs. I've done them with the glass bead eyes, which I'm hoping will sink them a little bit. And I've also done them with the foam eyes, which I'm hoping will float them a little bit. So I know this style here with the foam eyes floats. I can tell you that already. I fished with these last year, but I wanted to make some that will have a slow sink rate, so that just have options, right? Because you know sometimes the fish like a thing, but they won't come to the top to get it, especially if the days are too hot, or you know sometimes if it's too cold. So I wanted options, so I made these little nymphies like that. So I'm going to try them out. I've been tying a lot of like little dragonfly, tiny dragonflies. So here's a green one. And these ones are tiny. So these are like little 1 year dragonflies. So dragonflies, most of them are in the water for around 2 years. Some of the larger dragonfly species are 3 years, but most are 2 years. So this is like a 1 year dragonfly nymph stage. And also in brown, they look really good in brown. So here's like a dragonfly. It also resembles a mayfly nymph, like a clinger. So again, I did them with the glass bead eyes because I want these to sink a little bit. But I know when I do them with the other eyes, they float. So I use a lot of things like that. So for me, you guys saw in my interview and from talking to me for the last, I don't know, so many weeks, I use a lot of small things. And pink, you'll always hear me talking about pink. Pink is a super fishy color, especially for bluegills, sunfish, crappies, perch, rock bass. They all love pink. You use pink, they are all attracted to it. So any of these little tiny pink nymphy sort of micro bugger style flies are super great. Pretty much. Jared!
Oh my gosh, you were just talking about
I was just talking about you, Jared.
Wow.
Oh, God bless you, Jared. Are you okay, Jared? NIMBY told me you got bit by a tick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are you okay, Jared?
Let him type.
Yeah, I'll let him type. Wow. I've been worried about you all week, man. I heard it through the fish vine. Man, our prayers go out to you. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting better. I was stage 2 Lyme disease when I went to the doctor on Tuesday. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
I don't know what that
Is it
means,
is
but
it is it treatable though, Jared? Like completely treatable? Because I heard somewhere if you get it, like if you start treatment quick enough, that you can actually kind of avoid it or recover from it. I had an uncle, a great uncle from Germany, who had Lyme disease, and he had it his whole life, and it wasn't pleasant.
oh,
Yeah, so that's why I'm very worried about. I was really paranoid when I heard you got it because I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, I'm so glad to see you today.
yeah. So nice.
Wow, doxycycline.
Kind of beats it into remission, but it takes years to go away if it does.
Oh no, oh no. Well, you know what? Uh, from my perspective,
Wow.
but catching it early is
The
the key. Yeah. From my perspective, Jared, being a follower of Christ, uh, I believe in miracles. I believe and I think I caught it pretty quick. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna pray you got it in time, and I'm gonna pray the precious blood of Jesus on you from being that I'm a Christian, and I'm gonna hold you up, Jared, and God can he- God can cure crazy things. I've
Yeah.
seen crazy things happen.
Yeah.
People been healed. I was almost blind. I almost was blind, and because of the crystals in my eyes and everything.
Yeah,
And
3 years ago.
for 3 years ago, I couldn't drive my car or nothing. Like I had gone pretty much blind. I couldn't type on the computer. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even fish. I couldn't even see my flies in the water. I couldn't see nothing. So for like a whole year, I was pretty much blind, and I just prayed and I gave it over to Christ, and He brought my vision back. It's still not perfect, and it still comes and goes based on my blood sugars. But you know what? I do believe that He can heal you, and we just pray. You are in our daily prayers, and we love you, big guy, and yeah, fight the good fight, man.
A walking miracle. The doctors were sure it was going to die here still.
Amen.
So
And
whew. Wow.
glory be. Yeah, glory be. God when God wants His children around, He's got purpose for you.
Wow.
So
Wow.
you found the tick on you, eh?
Wow.
Oh, I'm so creeped out by that ticks. When I walk, I'm constantly looking to make sure they don't get on me. Them little devils. Ugh. I made just in your honor, I did a tick warning just before you came on. I made an actual tick warning for everybody because I was talking about you, Jared. I'm like, our brother Jared got a tick, and I'm like, I made a tick warning people. Be careful when you're out there.
He was bit May 9th.
May 9th, eh? Wow.
That's a long time ago. That's over a month.
Yeah, that's over a month. I only heard of it.
Actually, no, it'll be a month this Tuesday.
It'll be a month this Tuesday.
And you just heard
I
it.
just heard about it
Oh,
on
man.
the last week. Man, oh man. Well, anyways, Jared, we're all rooting for you, buddy, and we're glad you're here.
Yes.
We're glad you're feeling good enough to be here, and
Yeah.
thank you so much for attending. And you got our love and support,
Yes, sir.
absolutely.
Mm.
And I tied I tied a moth, which
It's
I
right here.
put here. So this is what I tied before you got here. Tied this nice fluffy tasty moth, which hopefully the fish will just gobble up. I have caught fish on moths before, just not that moth. So, and then I was just talking about tiny flies. So I was showing people some of the tiny little flies that I use because I'm a pan fisherman, right? So like bluegills, rock bass, perch, crappie, smallmouth, those kind of anything 5 pounds and under is where you're going to find the superfly. That's where I shine. Chub, all those little fish. I enjoy fishing those little guys.
He said he wasn't going to let the Lyme disease keep him down. He left Wednesday morning for camp and he taught the veterans to fly fish all weekend and he just got home.
Hey, absolutely.
Wow. Wow.
Jared, you're a hero, man. Round of applause for you, brother.
Wow.
I'm proud of you, man. Not letting it get you down. Absolutely. Jared is a cool guy. If you guys haven't been to, I know a lot of you have since he's been on my channel and whatever, but if you haven't gone to Jared's channel, go check him out. He's a really incredible fly tyer. He does some fishing stuff. He fixes up some vintage rods. He made some really cool rods. I'm not going to get all into it. I'm going to let you go explore his channel and find out, but just take my word for it. He's if you get the chance to catch him on live or just go watch his videos, Jared is a super cool dude, and he does stuff for the vets. He's a volunteer. He ties flies for the vets. Did you give away that cool rod?
Yeah, he said I gave away the American rod I made. Everyone wanted it.
Absolutely.
And he said, thankfully the Lord provided him strength to teach all weekend.
Amen.
And guide all day yesterday.
Amen.
He got some great guys on some great fish.
Absolutely. Glory to God. Praise Jesus. Yep, Jared's my kind of dude.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah. When I was on his last live, he was showing that rod off, and wow, the work that he did on that rod, just phenomenal. And there's some lucky guy out there who's got a really cool rod. I'll tell you that. I hope you took pictures of all that, eh?
A guy named Robert won it, and he used it yesterday to catch some nice trout.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Absolutely.
Wow.
Super awesome. Super awesome.
Cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I did yesterday, Jared? I did an interview with a guy named Fishy from Fishy Things. He interviews fellow fishermen, fly fishermen, on his channel called Fishy Things, and it's called Chumming It Up with Fishy, and so we did a 2-hour interview all about the Superfly. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I just gotta give a huge shout out to Fishy and Emmy.
Yes.
Emmykins. They were amazing.
Yes.
Having me on there. I really enjoyed it. I really appreciated it.
Yeah.
I think I shouted out Papa and G-Man. They were calling my name out 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So no wonder I had to do an interview, because my brothers are like, Jody's the guy to interview next. Okay, Superfly. All right. So I did. So yeah. So thank you again, all of you guys who supported me. I know I went on there today on Fishy Things, and 344 people. This was this afternoon had watched it. So thank you to anybody who's here that watched it. You guys are amazing. Thank you for supporting Fishy. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you guys for supporting each other. It's the fishing community is really incredible place, and there are tons of incredible people, and it's just a refreshing place to hang out with you guys and be able to hang out. So yeah.
Jared said a guy named Jack said my vintage Horrocks he bought some shirt
Yep.
and we talked for a bit. And then he brought me an awesome high automatic fly reel from the 1940s.
Oh, wow.
He said I could have it.
Woo!
He insisted I take the reel and said he's looking forward to seeing me fish it on the channel.
Absolutely.
Wow.
No pressure. I'm looking forward to seeing you fish it on your channel too. Awesome. Yeah. Well, that's so much love in the fishing community. I mean,
Yes.
it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tie a crayfish? Is that what you're gonna do?
I don't know what I'm gonna. I need to. I'm gonna tie up some of these.
Yes, that would be nice.
Because they're pretty simple to tie, and they are really effective in whichever color you tie them. So I mean, orange is nice, pinks are nice.
Yes.
These red and yellow, they're really. These are really fish color. So I'm gonna tie up a couple of those. They're pretty simple. There is something I wanted to show Jared though.
He said he's gonna take a short of it later, honey. So maybe we can see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would love to see that.
What would you do?
Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you, Jared, since I got you here, my antique fly reel. I don't know tons about it. I haven't really researched it. I know it's an old reel. And I've seen similar reels that you have, so I want to see what you have to think about it. So just give me a quick second to grab it. I'll be right back. Oh, dead air. Oh my God. You're all coming. Okay. Oh, I was all tangled up. I had all my rods kind of bunched together, and I thought I'd be able to get it quicker, but so I just brought the whole gear. So this is the compact 430, and this is what it looks like in the front. And I've had this already 35 years. This reel, and the fly line that's on it, I've also had 35 years. And the person who gave it to me, he said it was a pretty old. He was an antique collector, and when he gave it to me, he said it was an antique. So I don't know if you know much about that one. I know you know more about those older reels and rods than I do. So I just wanted to show you since you were here.
He said that's a VI, the Hardy Code reel. Vintage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. I fish it sometimes. I fish it with,
Yeah.
Sometimes I go out for like carp with it or some of them fish. So I've had it like I said, 35 years or longer since I was in high school. So it's a nice little reel. All right. Now I made a mess.
No, I'm just turning off the light.
The Mrs. Superfly's, poor Mrs. Superfly. She's like, "Wow, you tore up the place." So when I get off with you guys, I'm gonna have to clean up. All right, so we're gonna start with a very small hook because these flies are very small. So I got another one right here. Let me tell you what size. It is a size 14. I want to say straight hook, but it's not straight. But it will be straight in a minute. I'm going to gently bend that straight. I was telling everybody earlier, Jared, that I hate having those bends in those hooks. But I don't buy super expensive hooks because I don't catch fish generally over 5 or 6 pounds. So all these little hooks generally do the job for me. So I can straighten them out. Careful there, Miss Superfly.
I know, just hold it on your way, honey.
All right. So I attached my thread below the eye, and I wrapped it down to just before the bend, and then I wrapped it back up. And that's our base. And the next thing I'm going to do is take some beads for the eyes. And in this case, I'm doing a black bead. And the thing is with beads, so here's something to know. When you buy beads, they come in all different sizes. So they look the same, but when you look really closely, they are not all the same. Some are a little longer, some are a little shorter. And let me just see if I can show you an example of that.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Most
Hey, Agent M.
Okay.
Mo Styles in the house.
Honey, did you read what Jared said
What did he say?
about the rod? The reel?
No, Hardy.
Made the original reel like that, and it was very popular. Wright, McGill, and others cloned it. Yours is a clone, and that is a great reel. I have a WM1 that I fish on my Granger.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, superstar. Oh, Mo. Yeah. I'm a superstar. I'm a legend now. Part of the fishy crew. Part of the fishy crew. How you doing, Mo? Are you having a good weekend? I'm having a good weekend. I enjoyed my interview with Fishy, and of course tying flies and hanging out with everybody, and yeah, it's been good. So I'm tying up this little
Oh, nice.
this little red, yellow,
I like that.
and black guy with the sparkly back. But as I'm telling everybody, let's see if you guys can see this, I don't know. So you see these two beads here are the same size, and this one is long. There's some that are even shorter than these, and some that are just a little longer than that. And they're all mixed into this. So you buy a big thing of beads, and they're all kind of that, right? So I have to put them in this little tray, and then I pick out two that are as close together in size as I can, because you want them to be symmetrical. Because if you don't make them symmetrical, they're going to have that fly is going to have a weird way about it. I don't even know how to explain it. So to make these eyes, we take a thick black broom bristle. And if you don't have thick black broom bristle, you could do it in between a 50-pound monofilament or a 30-pound monofilament. Usually I use 50. But when I'm doing a lot of eyes, I like the eye spot in the center to be black. So regardless of the color of bead, because it makes the bead stand out. And just to show you what I'm talking about, so this is a blue bead, but see how it's got the eye spot? So it's a blue eye, but it's got the black eye spot. Like, so it just makes it look really nice. So regardless of the bead, I usually do that. So what I do is I pinch the broom bristle on one end. I take my torch, I melt down the broom bristle, I touch it down on my vise like that, and then it just makes it all nice and smooth. And it also holds those beads together like a little pair of dumbbells. Then I take my hemostat, I clip it in between the two of them, and I take my scissors and I trim off the same amount on the other side, which is about 3 millimeters. And then I take my torch and I touch it down on my vise. I usually do it on the other side, but I wanted you guys to be able to see. And then you got your little dumbbell eyes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie them in just below the eye of the hook.
Jared said, Jody, you would love where we do the veterans get together. It's in a radio silent zone and no fly zone. There's a huge satellite dishes that listen into space.
Really? That'd be interesting, Jared.
But at the same time, the military uses 300 square mile no-fly zone for practice. All morning today as we packed up jets, we're practicing dogfighting and maneuvers overhead.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. That'd be cool to see. Okay, guys and girls, Agent Mo. I'm going to take some of this red feather from a feather boa. Any of you who've been watching me for a while, you heard how many different colors of feathers I have from feather boas. And they have a nice marabou kind of feather on them. So what we're going to do is and I like these flies to be really bushy. So they're small fly, but I still like the tail to be really, really bushy. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim off the spine of that feather because it's not necessary. We just want the fluffy parts. And we want the tail to stick out past the bend of the hook, but because this is such a small little fly, we don't want it all out past because we want it to be like a tidbit, right? So this is like a little tasty morsel. So what we want the maybe like half the length of the hook you want sticking out the back, and whatever is left over, we're just going to tie it down onto the hook. Just like that. And we're going to tie it right to the bend of the hook. So that's our tail. If you don't have any crystal flash, that's perfectly acceptable. But if you have some crystal flash, which I do, I'm going to tie in 4 strands of crystal flash. So what I do is I take a long strand and I bend it in half. And then I will attach it. I did a horrible job doing that. We'll attach it onto the fly with the 2 end pieces. And I'll pinch it together. And I will pull it backwards. And I will tie it right to the same point as the bend of the hook there. I will measure the material to the length of the fly and trim it off. The length of the feather. Then I will pinch the remainder. And I will tie it in. And I will repeat the same steps. I will cut it to the end. Like so. And what you're going to notice is it's going to flare out really, really badly, which we don't want. So if you take all those feather and flash material and you just tie 2 or 3 tight wraps at the end, now you see it pulled it all together and made it one nice uniform tail, just like so. Beautiful. So the next thing I'm going to do is take a piece of opal flash, what they put in like Easter baskets. I guess it's kind of like a tinsel, but it's not tinsel. It's like a tinsel, but it's like that stuff they pack Easter baskets with, but an opal color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thread up to below the eyes. I'm going to catch my little ribbon. I'm going to wrap my thread down to the same tie-in point. I'm just going to leave it right there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my dubbins, and I have 2 different yellows. I have the fluorescent yellow, and I have this yellow. And I showed you already the school bus yellow. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to do the same thing, but only in this hot yellow. And I have fished both of these flies, and they are incredible. What do I want to do? Yeah, I'll start down here. So I'm going to start at the back, and I'm just going to, you can put a little extra dubbin on this fly because it's going to be a little bit beefier when you dub it. So we're going to just make a finger noodle, and we're going to wrap it forward. And as we do, we're just going to taper the body. So we're just going to start thin and work our way a little bit thicker up as we go. Don't worry about it, honey. I'll get it.
I know, but
I know. I dropped.
toes are facing it.
I know. Mrs. Superfly is always worried about me. She's always taking care of me, guys. I dropped my scissors on the floor, and she's like, "You're gonna jab them into your toe."
Looks like mylar, maybe. What does that mean?
Looks like mylar.
Yeah, that's what Jared said.
The tinsel, yeah, it could be.
Oh,
It might be made of mylar.
isn't
could
that
be like-
from isn't that what you took apart on a gift bowl?
No.
Oh, it's,
Here, I'm gonna show you guys what. I'll show you guys
oh,
what.
it's streamers we put on a gift.
No, that's not even that.
Oh, it's not?
No. You know Easter bunny baskets?
Oh, yes.
Like Easter basket?
Yes.
I will show you guys.
Yeah, that's
I got a
what it
whole.
Yeah.
So it comes like this
Yeah.
in a bag, and I got it at the dollar store, but you can get it, and it's great for baskets and gift decorations,
Like Easter baskets.
like Easter baskets and stuff. And it's actually called decorative shred. Decorative shred. Yeah, it's just a decorative shred.
Yeah.
I could tell you what it's made out of. Maybe. Nope. It's imported from the USA, which I hope we still will be able to get. I bought so much of it that, you know what? It doesn't say if it's mylar. It might be mylar. It's made in India, but it's imported by the USA.
Well, that's what an awesome wife does. She makes sure the hubby doesn't hurt himself. We are usually accident prone.
Let me guess, Mo said that.
No, Jared.
Oh, Jared.
Yeah.
Yes. So true, Jared. So true. My wife is good to me. I can't live without her. No Maria.
No mushy stuff here. No mushy
What do you
stuff.
mean no mushy stuff? No Maria, no Jody.
No.
That's that. No Mrs. Superfly, no Mr. Superfly. That's it. Because she is rushing her. So I'm sitting here getting ready for the live stream, and she's in there cooking and doing up the dishes, and then making it back in time to chat with you guys and through the day without her. This is not possible. So, Jesus, God sent me a beautiful helper, and without her, that's it. Game over. So, here we go. So we got that dubbed in.
Yes.
It looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't show up as nice on the camera as the other one because it's so bright, but it is nice. So I'm going to fold that. We'll just call it mylar pearl tinsel. We'll fold it forward. We'll tie it in under the eyes. And I don't know why, but I'm gonna share you guys something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap my thread, making a couple of body lines through it, maybe about 3. So it's gonna make a little segment. I'm gonna fold it over again, and I'm going to tie it in at the end, and then I'm going to wrap it, or after I tie it down on the end, I'm gonna fold it over one more time, and I'm going to wrap it through one more time. And now that 3 layers of this pearl mylar will really sparkle really, really well. If you only do it once, it'll still sparkle, but it won't sparkle as much.
Red Catfish says, "Hey Superfly, how are you guys doing?"
Hey Red, how you doing, buddy? We're doing good. Okay. So now that I've tied this down, I'm going to do my finger hitches. And I'm going to do about 4, 5, I guess. If you do 3, it'll be fine. If you do 4, it'll be better. And if you do 5, it'll be better than that. So it's all up to you. I put probably more than I need, but I want this fly to last me multiple trips. And if I catch 300 fish on it in an afternoon, it could, the better you make it, the less tore up it's going to get.
Right.
Now, go ahead.
Did you know that Red Catfish just got out of the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you knew that.
Yeah, Red was in a motorcycle. He crashed his motorcycle.
That's Red Rooster.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's Red Rooster, yeah.
I only know him as Red Rooster.
Yeah, no, he crashed up.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't know that was the same gentleman.
But it's good that he's not in the hospital anymore.
Yeah, of course.
Are you able to sleep a little bit better, Red? He's been having a horrible time trying to sleep.
Last Sunday he was in so much pain.
Oh, I felt so bad for him last Sunday.
I know. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was the same person.
Yeah, he's changed. He
said no, not really.
Oh, still pain, eh?
Mm.
I'm sorry, brother. Well, you've been in our prayers.
Yes.
Since the accident, you've been in our prayers,
yes.
And
yes.
Just know we love you, and we cover you with the precious blood of Jesus, and we hope you get a speedy, quick recovery, and a new motorcycle, and you can get out again. Check out the color of that. That is like glowing. Anyways, I put some UV resin on this, which will seal in the colors really nicely on that mylar ribbon, like so. And then I don't know why, but when you take some clear nail polish and you go over that UV resin, it just makes the whole thing pop. And I'm also going to clear or the clear nail polish. It's going to help seal them onto that thing, and it's going to make them also just more natural. And that is what I've dubbed the pink grub bugger, or the red-tailed grub bugger, but it doesn't really need a name. It's just one of those really cool fishy color patterns that it'll catch you fish. And if you're having a bad day, throw this on there because it will definitely catch you fish. And then you just wait for that to dry. But I'm not going to wait for that to dry. I'm going to stick it into this, I got this cool little froggy, my sister bought me this. It's like a cool little froggy thing. I used to collect froggy things. And it's like these little froggies on the ocean. So when I need to dry stuff, I put it on there. And if I'm doing a ton of things that need to be dried, I have this, which I've made. So I can dry up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things at one time. And this just clips onto a table or anything, and then you can just clip them in and dry your stuff, which I put by my computer screen. Ta-da! Get a different, and sounds like the side effects, even an allergy to it. Maybe.
Yeah, because he said
the medicine makes him feel sick.
To him, is that normal? Are you sure you should still be taking it? And then Mo said, maybe you have an allergy to it because that's a side effect.
Yeah, it could be bad. It could be bad.
She said, get a different medicine.
Absolutely. You haven't been taking the medicine.
But he just said it makes him feel sick.
Well, that's why he hasn't been taking it, because it makes him feel sick.
Oh.
If it makes him feel sick, of course he's not going to take it.
He said, it's the medicine that makes me feel sick. I've been puking a lot.
Oh.
And I said, from the medicine? He said, yes. Then Mo said, get a different medicine. It sounds like it's a side effect or you're allergic to it.
Absolutely.
And he said, I haven't been taking the medicine.
Right, because when he started taking it, it was making him sick. So he stopped taking it.
Oh, I understand.
Absolutely. Remember when I was on that, they switched my thyroid from the thing and it was making me not feel good?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely. So if
the brand
I was taking wasn't good, so I had to switch back to the old brand that I was on, because if I wasn't on it, that was bad.
He's going to talk to his doctor tomorrow. That's good.
That's a good idea there, Red. Absolutely. Definitely don't take it if it's making you feel worse.
No.
Because that's not good. So what's going on? 8:30.
You finished tying that?
I tied it.
I didn't even see you finish.
Did
anyone see you finish?
Everybody saw me finish, I hope.
Sorry.
You guys all saw me finish that, right? I know you guys are all talking amongst each other.
Sorry, honey.
So that's I'll show you compared to the two different yellows. Let's get them both on screen.
They're different.
They're different, but they're the same. They're different, but they're the same. Like,
is the dubbing different?
The dubbing is different.
Oh, okay.
So one's a fluorescent yellow and one's a school bus yellow.
Oh, okay.
The one I have fished the most, the absolute most, is the school bus yellow, and I've caught a bunch of fish on that. So, yes, and I tied all of these little wackadoos. I don't even have a name. They're like a nymph, sort of, but they're made out of wool, and they're all different colors.
I like the pink one.
The pink one, the yellow one. There's the fluorescent orange one.
Nice.
Yeah, there's so many colors. You can do a lot, and just a little piece of wool, like those little panfish. this little piece of wool, when it's just swimming in the water, like it just, you let it twitch, you cast it in and it just floats down like this. And then when you just give it a little darting twitch, like it just looks like a little fleeing bug. And those little panfish, they just gobble them up. And you can do them in more natural colors. I got a brown wool one, so this looks more like a mayfly larva, or a dark mayfly larva. So all these little buggies, just make it look buggy. If you tie in flies, all you gotta do is make it look buggy. If it looks buggy, the fish are gonna eat it. Another one I tied this week, which I never even tied one like this before. Again, just a wool tail and bead eyes, but I put just a purple hackle on there. I made some hackle legs. Yeah, so there's all those different things. Then there's these little. Did I ever tell you guys about tying a blindfolded cricket? I'm sure I've told you. This is a cricket that I tie blindfolded. There's a video of it on my channel.
Yeah, there is.
Maybe tomorrow I'm going to fish this blindfolded.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I tied this, and I keep saying I'm going to fish it blindfolded, but maybe tomorrow I'm going to do it. Yeah, that'll be cool. One of these nights I'm going to tie blindfolded live for you guys.
That's cool.
Yeah, not tonight, but one of these nights I'm gonna come on and do a blind challenge.
So George said he's got to walk away for a few minutes, but he's leaving the live stream up. He has a couple things to do for the missus.
All right, that's all good. The Mrs. Vintage, fantastic. Tell her I said hello. Hello from Mr. and Mrs. Superfly. All right. I'm trying to show you guys all the easy stuff, because I showed you guys, like, so the moth was more complicated, but like there's these little kind of beetles. There's like a little.
You never tied that before.
I tied something like that. You guys want to see a little beetle? Little foam beetle?
That's interesting.
They're pretty easy. I should put on a blindfold and tie that blindfolded right now. I can pretty much do that with my eyes closed.
Are you wearing the proper glasses?
I am wearing the proper glasses. I am wearing the proper glasses. Yeah, let's tie a little foam beetle. This one's a good one. This one's a really good one. And you know what? It's super floaty. So there's a technique called hopper dropper. And basically, hopper dropper, let me explain hopper dropper, and then I will. So if you were fishing, say, this as a nymph. So if you want this to be your bottom fly, so this is your sinking fly, and you want to use a floaty fly like this beetle fly or a large grasshopper fly on top of the water, this becomes two things: an indicator, but also a fly that can be hit by the fish. So you have two chances to attract a fish by using the hopper dropper, because the fly on top is an attractor, but the fly on the bottom is an attractor. So if the fish are feeding on the surface, they'll hit the top water. If they want to fish on the bottom, they'll hit the bottom. And you tie a line from this hook to this hook, and they fish like this in tandem. So whichever water column the fish are interested in eating. And if you get a bite on this one, you'll know it right away, because the indicator fly or the top fly will go under. So there's a whole bunch of flies like grasshoppers, larger flies, beetle patterns, all those big fluffy flies, Chernobyl ants, all kinds of big patterns. A big moth would do it. You want something big and floaty as your indicator that can carry two flies. So I'm going to show you this one.
Okay.
And it'll be good in tandem. And I can show you guys, you know what? Maybe when I'm out, I'll do dropper hopper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I'm going to do a lot of things tomorrow. So whatever I record tomorrow, I'm going to try and record a lot of crazy stuff and show you guys. So, like I'm going to try and fish the moth. I'll definitely be fishing some of these. I'll try to do dropper hopper, show you guys these. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a bunch of flies, and hopefully we catch a bunch of fish. Why is this dubbin on the ground? That dubbin shouldn't be there. All right, so we need a large hook like this for this fly, because most of it is foamy body, so you gotta work against that. And where's my hooky gauge? So this is going to be a size 4. Is it a size 4? Well, it shows on my hook gauge it's a size 4, but it's even a little bit bigger than that. So I don't know. Maybe it's a size 3 gap. But my gauge only goes to size 4. But anyways, we're going to put it. It is an egg hook, so a round hook. And we're going to take our clear nylon thread. I use so much of this clear nylon thread, I think they should sponsor me. That would be good. They have their thread's expensive. I usually buy it like 6 or 7 spools at a time, and I go through it like crazy. All right, so I'm going to cut some of my black fun foam. I'm going to cut a strip about, I'm eyeballing it here, but I'm going to say it's about 3 millimeters. No, 4 millimeters thick. Yeah. All right. So you want it to be about that thick and about that long. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie it with the long piece sticking out past the eye.
They can't see you because you're, yeah.
Why didn't you yell at me?
I just noticed now, honey. I'm so sorry.
You guys got to yell at Mrs. Superfly, and Mrs. Superfly's got to yell at me.
Sorry.
Come on, guys. I give you the power to yell at me. I know you guys always want to yell at the Superfly. Anyways, so you missed all of that, but you guys know how, you guys who've been watching for a while, you know the drill.
Yeah.
I attached my thread up below the eye, wrapped it on to the end, wrapped it back up to the eye. That's the base. Now I'm going to take that. You didn't see me cut the foam either then. Anyways, I cut the foam to this size. And I'm going to attach it with the long end out the end. Man, I've been talking. I need a drink.
Do you need more water for me to get you?
I don't know, but I'm going to get to have a drink. Woo.
You didn't drink much today, Jody. You really haven't.
This is what happens when you talk too much. I'm going to have a tea afterwards, a warm tea, peppermint tea, to help the old voice box. No,
It's not 10 to 9.
It's 10 to 9. After we finish the live, I'll take it. I want to finish this fly for these guys. It's not a long one. Okay, so we have the long end sticking out, short end there. The first thing we're going to do is fold over our foam, and we're going to tie it right below the eyes. And as you see, it made a nice little eye case for our fly or our little beetle. And we want to separate those eyes. You don't have to do this. This is an extra step. You know, the Superfly likes to make things buggy. The fish are not going to notice that this thing doesn't have two separate eyes. But if you want to look like you know what you're doing, you can add them in. So take your thread, go right down the middle of those eyes and pull down, come up from underneath, repeat the same step again. Do that 2 or 3 times. And now you see you got 2 separate eyes. Like I said, it's a little step that isn't going to matter to the fish, but it matters to the people who, and if you ever want to sell these flies, it'll matter to the people who buy it because they'll be like, oh, look how cool it looks. So I did really tight tying from the eyes down to the bend of the hook, like so. The next thing we're going to do is add in some legs. They're going to be black broom bristles. I have already cut some, so I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to show you these black broom bristles I have. They are a medium thick broom bristle. So I have thick, medium thick, and thin. So these are the medium thick ones. They make fantastic little legs. And I'm going to start here at the back and tie in the first one. And I'll try to get it on camera so you can see. The hardest part for me tying flies is getting these weird angles to show you guys. It's kind of hard doing it on camera. But I appreciate that you guys stick with me. And I really appreciate you guys who don't really tie flies or who are not really super interested in fly fishing as a whole. But I still appreciate that you guys come and support me and hang out and we joke and laugh. And that's what it's all about. So I'm going to go right in the middle between the bend where these other 2 legs are and the eyes. And I'm going to put the second pair of legs. So yeah, I just appreciate you guys so much. And it is great to know you guys. Like, you guys are fantastic people. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. Like, you guys make me smile. I can't wait every Sunday to do these live streams because it's so great just having you guys come in. So now for the last pair, you don't want to tuck them right up to the eye. You want to leave a millimeter space from the eye because you're going to need that space to tie in your body because you're going to fold it over and tie it down like this. And also when you bend these little legs, if you tie it right, it's going to get snagged up and make weird positioning. You want it to be able to fold right under those eyes and look like a natural pair of legs. So we got our 3 pairs of legs in there. And then we're going to take our crazy glue, lift up our bobbin. I don't know if I've reminded you guys in a while about this, but always lift up your bobbin when you're adding something to the fly because you do not want crazy glue or any other kinds of UV resins or things getting into your bobbin, into your thread, because it will mess it up bad. And this thread is expensive, and any kind of thread these days is getting expensive. So you don't want that to happen. So you can pick any color for the bottom of your fly. It could be any wool color. It could be orange. It could be blue. It could be black. If you want it to just be a solid black beetle, it could be yellow or pink or whatever. Due to the fact that we have this yellow out from our last fly, I'm just going to stick with that. We're going to do the yellow theme night So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some yellow dubbin. And this fly, you kind of want it to be a bit bushy. So we're going to use a little bit extra dubbin than we normally would. And to do that, I'm going to take out some... I have two different tools to do it. I made them both. These are called dubbin spinners. They make dubbin loops. I made these both myself out of pins and egg weights. Big one, I got a big one for really big flies and small ones for small flies. I think I only need the small one for today. And how this basically works is you hook, and you can buy these in the store, by the way. You don't have to make this. But if you're really crafty like I am, you'll make yourself one just to say you did. And I think it looks cool. So basically, you're going to hook it, the two hooks, onto your thread like so that it's hanging like that. And you're going to release some of your thread out of your bobbin. And you're going to tie it. It doesn't matter if you tie it on the head, back, or front, but we're going to dub it backwards and then pull the thing forwards. So just do a couple of loops. I'm going to also take the thread, go one wrap around my loop, and then tie it down. So now you got your thread hanging and you got your loop. Now how this loop works, you can put any kind of materials in there. So you could put furs in there, you could put wool dubbins in there, you could put feathers in there. Jared's back. So yeah, you can put any kind of materials you want. But as you can see, what it's going to do now, so we space it out a little bit in between our things. Now we can spin it. We can take our fingers and spin it. If you buy a really good store-bought one, they usually have a really, really heavy weight that you could just spin it. Like, you don't even have to hold it. You could just spin it. I kind of like having the control of being able to do it by hand. And this little bit that was coming off, I'm going to also get down there. And you're just going to spin it. It takes a bit longer to do it by hand, but I mean, if you're tying 100,000 flies, you might want a store-bought one. I tie a lot of flies, but I don't use this all that much. So I really...
Red needs to go, honey. His
Okay.
breathing's getting worse.
Okay, Red, take it easy, brother.
He's in a lot of pain.
Okay, Red. Thank you so much for the support, Red. You get yourself better, man. You're in our prayers, and yeah, just whenever you're feeling in pain, Red, just try and do deep breathing as much as you can. I know
That hurts.
I know it hurts. I know it hurts the lungs, but it'll help with the help with the healing, though. I know it hurts, but it helps whenever you can breathe because it'll keep you calm. Even though it hurts, just breathe to the point before it hurts and breathe out. And slowly, minute by minute, hour by hour, and day by day, it'll become less painful. And it'll build up the muscles in your lungs again. And the calmness will keep you calm. The fresh oxygen will keep you calm. And just try and stay calm. And when you're calm, it helps to alleviate the pain.
This is true.
So, anyway, stay safe, Red. We love you. We're all praying for you. And we hope to see you again real soon. Yeah, absolutely, Jared. Bobbin spinners are really handy tools. So I was just showing everybody the one. Well, I made two, but this is one of the two I made, the smaller one. And as you can see, it makes it, see how fluffy it makes that dubbin now? It really spreads it out. And you watch, when I actually, let me just tie my thread down to the end because I'm going to need it to be down by the end. When I tie this on now, you watch how fluffy this this little body becomes. See how fluffy that makes it? And I'm gonna push those legs forward just so I can get this down to the end. And I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna wrap it around my thread twice. And then I'm gonna be able to pull it down and do 2 wraps. And now I can take my scissors and I can just trim that little thread, and it's tied in. And now my thing is my bobbin spit, I'm choking on my words now. My dubbin spinner is free. All right. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do very loose, wide wraps up through this fly to the head.
Mid-Mo's here.
Mid-Mo! Mo's in the house! Mo's in the house! Mo, I haven't seen you in a minute, man. I saw your trip to the Yellowstone Park. That was cool, seeing the glaciers and all the spouts of the glaciers and all that. That was super cool, man.
He's going now.
Okay, Red. Be safe, Red.
He went to Wyoming and now in Colorado for the week. Oh, nice.
Oh, you're going all over.
Nice.
Mo's going like a wildfire. All right. Oh, by the way, for those of you watching now or later on, check out Mo's channel. Mo is an incredible lure painter. He airbrushes lures, and he is just over the top crazy painter. He paints some stuff that's just wicked. So go check him out. Tell him when you get there, subscribe to him. Tell him the Superfly sent you. It won't get you any benefits, but he'll just know where you came from. The Mo is cool. All right. So, there's another channel I wanted to shout out. I just this week I met another guy on a different channel. His channel is called Fly Fishing Like a Pro. And I went in there and checked him out. And he ties flies and he fly fishes. And he doesn't just fly fish. So for those of you who don't only fly fish, he also does other fishing. He's a cool guy, and I just wanted to shout him out. I've been hanging out in there a bit this week, and show him some love. He's a newer channel like me, so he's got a few more subscribers than I got, but definitely go show him the love, and you'll catch me there throughout the week.
What's he called? Fly
Fishing Like a Pro.
Oh, okay.
I kind of designed him a little bit of a logo.
Oh, nice.
So I'm hoping he gets into selling some merch. We were all joking and laughing about it, and if he actually does want to sell some merch, I'm happy to design him some shirts and hat stuff for his channel.
Wow.
So if I see him, I'm gonna post. I was working on something this afternoon for him, so I'm gonna post it up in his community tab.
Mostly liked your interview with Fishy. Very good man.
Oh, thanks, Mo. It was
long.
Hey, Darth. Sith is in the house. Sith is awesome. Since Sith is here, I'm gonna show off for Sith. Congratulations, Sith! On over 10,000 subscribers!
Yes.
Yeah, Sith reached the 10,000 subscriber mark, and I've got to be there for it. It was a great day, and that day we got over 300 likes for Sith. Sith is awesome. Sith's cool. You guys are all cool. There's so many cool people in here. I really appreciate that you guys come and hang out with me. So yeah, check out Mo. Check out the Dark Thrifter, the Sith. He was catching some big smallies today. I was like, I want to be where the Sith is today. I'm so jealous, Sith. Where I'm going tomorrow, we don't have smallmouth. So it's one of my favorite places to fish, although there's no smallmouth there. So I'm kind of like heartbroken about that. I wish they would put smallmouth in there. There's largemouth in there, but I catch so many fish in there. And it's so easy to access, and I can get in there with my inflatable, and there's washrooms for Mom and Mrs. Superfly to use, and there's a coffee place where they can get coffee, and it's really lady friendly. So for the ladies, well, it is. You guys, they come with me fishing all the time, and we try and go to places that are, they can't come wading with me through the tick infested areas and the high weeds and all. Like, they can't come there. So we try to fish in gentler areas when we go out. But yeah, Sith, I was definitely like, dang, brother, catching some fish, those smallies and stuff. I love you, man. Mo, I love you. Agent M, or Mo Styles, we love you. Dominic, Red, I know Red's gone now.
Yeah.
Jared, you guys are incredible. All you guys are incredible. And thanks again for watching the interview with Fishy Things, showing the love to me and Fishy. So much support. All right, let's finish this guy off. We're past the 9 o'clock mark. I just want to, for those of you who came in just now, this was the moth I tied earlier. This cool little moth. I'm gonna fish him tomorrow when I go out with Mom and Maria. So this was a cool pattern. So I'm excited about that. And then I was just showing some simpler patterns, like the pink. These little tiny flies. Sith knows me in the pink. Every time I'm on his channel, I'm telling him, use the pink, use the pink.
Oh, okay.
No joke. Like, I don't just say that because I'm just a fool. I mean, the pink is the thing. You'll see I got a lot of different flies in pink. Like this one I did in pink. I got this one in pink.
That's a little delayed.
Yeah. I know there's a little delayed, but so me in the pink. And then the next color after pink, orange.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see a lot of my flies have, if they don't have pink in it, they'll have orange in it. And if they don't have orange, they'll have red. You throw some red in there, those fish are crazy for those colors. So I live by them, man. I live by them.
Jared said your flies are super cool. You got a great channel, buddy.
Aw, thanks, Jared.
And Darth said, I wish the Chapo came in pink.
The Chapo, yeah.
Maybe I'll paint one with hot pink nail polish.
Hey, you know what, Darth? Go talk to, talk to Mo.
Oh, yes.
Mo paints lures. He airbrushes lures. So if you want a cool pinkish kind of Chapo lure, talk to Mo about that, because Mo paints them and sells them. So I've been watching Mo for some time now, and it just the paint jobs he does, man, are just through the roof, just crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna
That's cute.
maybe I'll paint one with hot pink nail polish. Hey, you know what? It can happen, Mo. Darth. It can happen, Seth. Okay, so let's finish off this little beetle. So we got his little fuzzy body. And we got his legs in there. So the last step, we're going to fold over this foam, and right below the eyes, we're going to tie it down with 3 or 4 good wraps. And you want to leave that, see this little, almost like a bubble? You want to leave that because it does 2 things. One, it floats real good. And the second thing that it does is makes like this like popping, like when it hits the water, it makes a little pop. But when you pull it or twitch it, it makes these little, like, kind of like a whopper plopper almost. It goes in the water every time you pop it. So this is a really effective pattern for so many fish. It really draws their attention. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my scissors, my rounded Dr. Schlicks, and I'm just going to cut it as close as I can to those eyes and cut it round. And I like to take my thread, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I put it right in between, and I just pull it down and pull that foam down. And then it blends in, and it just makes a bit of a, almost like a neck in between the eyes and the fish. And then, of course, you can whip finish it, or in my case, the 2-fingered half hitches. I've been tying some flies today. Look at my fingers are peeling from I'm getting blisters from all the ties.
Jody, I'm going to fish tomorrow.
Oh, I'll be able to fish tomorrow. Don't worry. You don't worry about the Superfly. I could be half dead and I'll get out fly fishing. The Mrs. Superfly is worried about me because those of you who've been watching, last week my mom hurt her neck. And so we didn't really get out with Mom last week. But today I was doing some chores with the Mrs. Superfly, and I kind of got a bit of a kink in my neck. Now, thank God it only lasted 10, 15 minutes and it went away. I did some neck stretches and it stopped. But I was wondering if it was going to hurt me for tomorrow. So I've been kind of going a little slower pace than normal. Okay, so the last step is we're going to take our broom bristles in our hemostats. We're going to go out 1 millimeter past the length of the eye. So where the eye is, we're going to do a 90-degree bend. And then we're going to grab the little tips and bend them up 90 degrees. And then you can take your fingers and just give them a little bend. And then they'll bend into shape. And then we're going to go on the other side and repeat that exact same step. So 90-degree bend, go down a couple millimeters, 90-degree bend, and now you got your little legs. And for this particular little beetles, I'm just going to trim the feeties off, a couple millimeters off of there because they're just a little long. And I like them to be just a little bit closer to the body. Like so. And there you have it. And if you want this fly to be jet black, like you can fish it absolutely like this. Like this is completely fishable. But if you want it to be jet black, you can take some black nail polish and you can pretty much paint it jet black. So take some glossy black and you can just cover the back and the eyes. And it'll give it, the glossy gives it a bit of reflection in the water. So when the water, the sun and the water reflect on it, it just makes a little bit of a glint that the fish are just a tad more attracted to. I don't think I'm going to outfish you. Like if me and you were fishing it and you had the non-glossy and I had the glossy, I don't think I'd outfish you. But every little advantage helps, right?
Doris asking what bug is it replicating, Jody?
This Sith is a little beetle, like a little foamy beetle. So now I got underneath it.
I can't see that at all.
Hang on.
Because your sis sign is there.
So now I got underneath and I got on top. And let me take down the Sith sign so I can have my full screen. But anyways, congratulations, Sith. You demand. Oh, that's my tick warning. There we go. Back. Okay, so I'm going to hold them both up, and you guys will see the difference.
Oh, yeah.
See the difference between them? The glossy versus the not glossy?
Yeah.
It does make a difference.
Wow.
So, and if you can't find black nail polish, you could take a black Sharpie marker and go over the foam and then cover that with a clear nail polish, and then it'll give you that glossy black as well. But I just happen to have some black nail polish. I have almost every color under the sun nail polish you can think of. So these are those little beetles. You can do them in all kinds of colors: orange, green. Who's leaving? Dominic. All right, Dominic. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm almost there, Sith. 200 is just around the corner. And I really appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys and girls, you know. I don't want to be monetized, and I don't look for those little gifts and money gifts and all that little thing, and I'm not going to have memberships and all that kind of crazy stuff. I do want to play button though. I would really. Now it's going to be a long trudge for me to get there, but I'm just going to keep plugging away until I get there. And the other thing I want more than the play button, like the play button will be fancy if I get one, but I would really like 100,000 friends. So, I mean, if I get 100,000 people who subscribe to me and watch me and show me the love, that would just be super good. And if I can share with you guys the same love, and you know, that's all that matters to me. If I can come on here on Sundays and a couple of times during the week and just chat it up with you guys and, you know, show you my crazy ideas and my crazy bugs and whatever, hey, that's good enough for me. Life is too short to worry about it. I don't get me wrong, you guys who are working hard to get monetized, and it's a job. It's a hard job, and I don't envy you guys getting up every day and making the content and trying to figure it out. But man, for me, I just can't stress myself out that way. I mean, you guys are awesome. All you guys are working hard, and you're amazing, and that's why I support you guys. You know, I subscribe with my channels. So and just so you know, I have 6 channels, but I don't use them all for like, some of them are just for, like, the one is just for lurking when I want to be in a chat without anybody knowing who I am. I have one because I'm a bit of a secret agent that way. And my other channel, the Fly Fishing Homie, I just thought it was a cool name, and I wanted to get it before anybody else could get it. So I wanted to be the Fly Fishing Homie. So sometimes you'll see me in your chats as that. And then, of course, I got the 2 puppet channels. I've got my faith channel, where we do Bible studies and talk. We just sing and worship and stuff. For those of you who are like me and feel like you need a little more Jesus and God in your life. So if you are, there's that channel. That it's just new, so I've only got, I think, 11 subscribers. But if you need a little bit more Jesus, check out that channel. And then, of course, I've got the fly fishing, the Superfly channel. So if you're really cool to me, I will go on your channel and I will give you all friends from all of my channels and help you out. And I will like you every time I come into your streams. I will hit that like button on all my. Anybody who I've hung out with is really awesome people, and I can't say it enough how much I appreciate you guys and love you guys. And I, like I said, I look really forward to coming and being with you. We laugh it up in your channels, and the fishing is good, but the fellowship is better. Hanging out with you guys and just joking around, you know. What can I say? I mean, you guys brighten my day, and you make it all worthwhile, and that's why I do it. And if I can teach the younger generation some really cool skills, you know, fly fishing is, I don't want to say it's a dead art, but it's not as popular as it could be, especially here in Canada. I know it's a little more popular in certain parts of the States, but you know, it's just something that I think the next generation can do. And it, as you guys seen in my interview, it kept me out of trouble when I was a young man. Saved my life, actually. And to be honest, I'll always be grateful for it. So, and I learned about the bugs, and I learned about how all these bugs buzz around and breed and multiply and live, and I've learned a lot. So it's just, yeah, it's just a fun time. So.
Darth said same for him, Jody. It's so much better hanging out with everyone. We keep seeing more cool folks show up all the time.
Absolutely.
And Jared said he's with you, Jody. He couldn't care less about getting monetized. He just enjoys sharing the joys.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so good to hang out with you guys. Like, it really is. Like, when I go on Jared's channel, Jared is incredible. Like, just, and Jared really, like, those vintage flies. Yeah, like, yeah. You know, those are the ones our forefathers started, and you know, there's just something romantic about them. Like, it's a really, those old flies are really romantic flies. When you get into it, they're just, they didn't have the same materials we had, so they had to be super innovative. Right. And it's a different thing, right? Yeah. I'm always telling people, because a lot, like, believe it or not, there's a lot of tires in the world who are really vintage. Yes. And they're not all as cool as Jared. So Jared's cool, but there's some who are not cool. So some guys have gotten down my back before about, oh, you young guys with your foams and your plastics and your paints and that's not fly tying. Well, yeah, it is. It is fly tying. You're still tying materials on a hook. So if you really want to be technical about it, we're not fly tires anyways, because generally, unless you tie a fly, we're bug tires. We tie bugs, right. June bugs, beetles, terrestrials. Right. We're bug tires. We're not really broken down to fly tying, because we don't often tie that many flies. Now, I do tie a lot of flies, hence the Superfly. Like, I tie flies. But, yeah, I mean, but they get down my back for it. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, listen, if our forefathers had the same materials, like if they had all these fancy nail polishes and furs and foams and craft foams and wool dubbins and, you know, these tinsels and wires, if they had all this stuff that we had, do you not think that they would have tied crazy flies like we tie? Because just think how innovative they were with what they had. Think about how innovative they would have been if they had what we have. So, and they didn't have internet. They didn't have Google. Like, I grew up before Google. Jared, I know, before Google. And I'm pretty sure Sith grew up without Google. So, like, all us older guys, we had to learn that stuff by ourselves. We didn't have 10 million videos to watch every night and learn that stuff. We just threw stuff on hooks and threw stuff in the water and found out what those fish eat. I mean, that's what we did. So I'm a little new age and a little old age. And I definitely appreciate the romanticism of the old age. And I appreciate the creativity that those guys had with what they have. Absolutely. And I just believe in my heart, I really do, that if they had the same opportunities we have, they would have been done. Could you imagine all those years ago, the crazy things they would have done, like if they had that chance. Like I just it blows my mind, right? And even young people today have the best chance of all to tie the craziest stuff, because we all had to learn it, but they just have to watch it and repeat it. So like they could, if like tie in this, I had to figure this out. Nobody showed me how to do this. I just threw stuff on hook till it looked like a moth, and made it float. I wanted to float him off. I tied to lots of moths that didn't float. They looked like moths, but they didn't float well or fish well. I just had to go back and back and back. My crayfish guys, my little crayfish patterns. This fly, I have tied hundreds of crayfish, hundreds of them. And some of them are real winners and some of them are real crap. But this particular one, out of all the ones I've tied, is the best one that I've fished, the best one that I've come up with. And it took me 35 years to do it. I mean, I've been trying different kinds of crayfish since I was in high school. But this one with the articulated and the rubber legs and the foam, like it looks the most like a crayfish, and functions. You know, it swims like a crayfish. And I tried it out, and this is the one that caught me the most fish so far. So, you know, but I didn't tie this in day one. It took me years of different trials. Not today because it's buried, but on another day I'll pull out the whole crayfish collection and show you guys, and you guys will see the progression of the crayfish. Like, and some of them are good, and some of them are. And listen, when you're creating flies, you make some good choices and you make some bad choices. I mean, I got flies that look real good and work like crap, and then I've got flies that look like crap and work real good. They catch a lot of fish. So there's no exact science to it. It's just trial and error. Throw some things on a hook and see what sticks. Cast it out to the fish, bring it home, make some tweaks and changes, cast it out again. And that's the journey, right? Just enjoy the journey. And any of us older guys, we can tell you about that. Enjoy the journey. Like, you just get out on the water. It's just you and the fish and God, and you're just out there, and it's peaceful most of the time. And you're just you and the fish, and that's it. And you just let your mind drift away and have a good day out in the sun. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, I really appreciate that you guys hang with me. Like I said, it's 53 days since I've did my first live stream. I had 35 people or subscribers, and it took me 3 years to get them. So for the first 3 years, 35 subscribers. And then after that, as of April 15th, when I started actually live streaming and going to all these chats and hanging out with you guys, I've pretty much, for me, it's like going to the moon, because 157 subscribers I got as of today. So, because I minus, just so you know, I minus the 35 out of that to get that, how many from April, because the real count 192.
Jared said for the crawfish.
Yeah.
One small tidbit of info.
Yeah.
On his, he brings the hook point either out the top or the side. It hangs up a little less than when it's out on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just letting you know. And Darce said, nice job.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Back when you were talking, Jared said, anyone that says the old tires wouldn't be using foam and new stuff if they had it is lying to themselves.
Absolutely.
And
Jared knows.
Darce said, imagine if you randomly tell someone you're a bug tire. Ha ha ha.
Oh, listen. Sit.
And Minmo said,
Oh, hang on. What?
He's thinking about tying some after his trip.
Oh, Mid, you're gonna get into tying?
I'm thinking about tying some after this.
All right. Well, I'm the guy, right? So if you need any tips, I'm your man. But what did Sid say? I forgot what you just said about this.
About
About the telling the people about that I'm a bug tire. So here's the thing. When I go to the dollar store with my wife, she buys house products like, paper towels and, soaps and things. I buy nail polish. So I come out of the store with some browns and greens and blacks and reds and gold sparkle and all these crazy nail polishes, and I get up to the cash register and I pop them down on the table, and the girls behind the thing just look at me like this 6-foot guy, like, why are you, like, what are you buying that for? And then they don't look at my hat, which I usually wear my crazy bug hat. So I point up at the hat and I go, see, I make bugs. I tie bugs. And then they're like, oh, you made those? And I'm like, yeah, I made them. I tie them. I fish with them and all that crazy stuff. And they're like, oh, that's crazy. And then, but yeah, people look at me all the time like I'm a nuts. I got more nail polish than my wife.
Yeah.
honest to goodness. So and my mom. I have more nail polish than my wife and my mother combined. So it's yeah. I also have wool. Like, I could make most women who knit and crochet and stuff envious. I got bins and bins of colored wools. I make so much wool dubbins and dub blends, and I've been.
Jared said last time he got a crazy look buying nail polish, he just told them he was going to a Kiss concert.
Right?
And Sith said, "You have more than me." Also, I know, shocking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's crazy. And broom bristles.
Oh yes.
I walk out the store. I don't buy the handles. Just I don't need the handles of the brooms, right? So at our dollar stores, they just come
parts.
It comes in parts, so you can buy the handles or you can buy the broom heads.
Yeah.
So I walk out with brooms, and then I cut them up, and they're like, "Why does this guy have 10 different colors of brooms?" Like, I got blue broom handles and gray broom handles, and like, I've got every kind of broom bristle you can possibly imagine. And like, do you clean a lot? I'm like, no, I'm the slobbiest person you're gonna meet. My office is a train wreck. It looks like a tornado came through here. I feel really sorry for the Mrs. Superfly.
You should.
I should. She puts up with a lot from me. When God made me, he broke the mold. And when he made the Mrs. Superfly, he gave her an incredible powers of understanding, because she just I do puppetry and I do fly tying all in the same space, and I've got bins all over the place with materials, and my desk is just I live the most blessed, crazy life you guys can possibly imagine. And I'm starting to meet some of the greatest people in the entire world, and they're starting to hang out with me and support me. And Darth says, thanks, Smith. Sid says, thanks, Miss Superfly. Without her, there's no me, guys. Honest. Without her, there's no me. If she wasn't here backing me up, I couldn't do it. I really, really, really couldn't. I said this earlier in the live. I'm going to repeat it. I was running out of time before today's live. She was in the kitchen making dinner, and she did the dishes, and then she came and got here in time to help me read the lives. Like, really, I can't do anything without her. Like, she's keeps this house together, and all the creativeness and the things you see, and you see I'm the face of it, but without her I don't exist. So we are, God put us together, and we are together. Let no man take together what God has. May no man take apart what God has put together.
There you go.
So
anyways, you don't have to make these people gag. No.
Yeah, I won't make you guys gag.
No.
I won't make you guys gag.
Yeah.
I'll just say that we have a happy life. And a million flies and a million puppet children. We don't have any children of our own, so our puppets are our children. Mm-hmm. And we give puppets to other people's children. Mm-hmm. You know, when we go to Walmart, we're carrying a puppet with us. So
and
Halloween. We don't celebrate Halloween because of our faith, but we use that night to give back, to be a light to the community. And that's a night when people are receiving. So that's when we can give out our puppets to the kids. And, you know, so we do that. And then, like I said, I'm always carrying a puppet when I go to Walmart. And we have bags of puppets that we make. So like one weekend a month, me and the Mrs. Superfly make sock puppets and stuff. You know, she helps me make the little wig hairs and all the little eyes and stuff. And so we sit on the couch, have a nice romantic movie night, and make puppets for kids. So we just like to give back to people, and yeah, that's what it's all about. Just sharing and loving and being kind and bringing joy back into the world. And meeting you guys has brought joy to us. And every time you guys come and visit, and you know, I mean, it really does touch our hearts. So I'm so happy, and I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. Oh, Red. I feel so bad for Red.
I know.
I really do.
I know.
I wish he would start feeling better. Accidents are bad.
He's going to the doctor tomorrow to discuss the meds.
Yeah. I really hope the doctors can do something tomorrow for you, Red. Because you need something to help with that pain.
Midmo said he just got his trout fishing YouTube video done, so he's back. Yeah, he left for a minute.
Okay. Sweet.
My tablet's gonna die, but I can put the TV on the channel.
Yeah, the Mrs. Superfly's tablet's gonna die. We're going over. Yeah. We're almost 40 minutes over.
20 to 10.
And I still got to do my walk. You guys know I walk.
Clean up, please.
Oh, and I gotta tie.
My goodness.
I pulled out a bunch of rods to show Jared my reels, and
Darth is going now.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
All right, Darth. Sith. I'll catch you on your next one, brother. Probably not tomorrow. I'll be out fishing tomorrow. So that'll be exciting. And but thank you guys all. I think I'm gonna end it here. Mm-hmm. You guys are amazing.
Mm-hmm. You made quite a few flies.
Yeah.
They were simple ones.
Despite they were simple.
Yeah.
And one fair, I want to say complicated, but believe it or not, it is pretty simple. The little moth. This will be my really good experiment. Tomorrow I'm bringing out the mid-mo, or the mighty mo, and I'm good. The fish are now eating those type of flies, so we'll see tomorrow, Mo. If you check Tuesday, I'll have my video up from tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me catch a bunch of flies on the mighty mo, and I got a bunch of other flies to try, so we'll see what happens. So thank you all for the support. Go check out each other's channels. Share the love with each other.
Yes.
Hit that like, share, subscribe for them.
Yes.
Thank you for hitting the like, share, subscribe for me. It means a lot. And like I said, I'll be really happy. I'm almost, like you guys pointed out, I'm almost to the 200 subscriber mark. So another benchmark for me. And you guys are amazing, and I can't do it without you. Because if you guys don't watch me, there's no point. I don't want to watch myself. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys all somewhere this week in one of your chats. And fish on Canada or wherever else you are in the world. Tight lines. Keep your fly on the water. And we love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Peace.